welcome back to my channel. My name is Nisi G. If you're new here, I've been a mindset mentor for 3 years, a master cosmetologist for 18 years. I'm currently studying to become a nurse practitioner. I am obsessed with all things quantum physics, psychology. I like to use cognitive behavioral therapy to help you understand why you do the shit that you do so you can stop doing it. And I'm also obsessed with neuroscience. Now that I got my little introduction out of the way today, I want to talk to you guys about confidence. One of the things that I absolutely love about men is that they have audacity, right? And I say this because literally men will talk to you, give you a compliment. They just exude this confidence. And this is from my experience. I don't want to speak for everyone, but with men in particular, they will give me compliments. They will walk up to me. They will, and it doesn't matter. I'm talking like different types of men from all different types of walks of life. They just exude this confidence, and it's always been that way for me, and it's always been noticeable to me. What confidence has to do with your manifestation? Remember, Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches us from a neuroscience perspective and a quantum physics perspective that when you can set an intention with an elevated emotion, you're going to begin to get that momentum to change and get your manifestations faster. When you can remain confident, and I've said this before in a previous video when I was talking about Jesus and Jesus going out there and telling the waters, peace be still. And he was just confident that it was going to happen. Yesterday, I did the spoon bending for the first time, and I just exuded that confidence. Don't confuse confidence with arrogance, right? Your confidence doesn't have to be spoken. It's just an aura, a vibe that you give off. Because remember, your body is giving off impulses at 150 miles per hour. So if you're giving off that confident impulse, other people have to then treat you as if you're confident. Other things have to treat you that you're confident about it. It's about what you're sending out into the electromagnetic field, right? So Dr. Joe Dispenza tells us that if we can set an intention with an elevated emotion, then that thing will get that momentum. It'll catch it and it'll bring it into your awareness a lot faster. The reason why some of you are not getting your manifestations is because you keep wavering. You don't see it. And then you're like, well, let's just be the end all be all. I'm not going to get it. It is what it is. No, my love. That's when you need to persist. Just like I said on TikTok a couple days ago, when I mean persist, I don't mean sitting here robotically affirming, locking yourself in a room and doing all that, which some people have done that. Again, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. But when I say to make sure that you are, sticking with it or being resilient or about it or all these things that you'll hear, I mean to just stay dedicated to the end result. Stay dedicated to it. It's like if you go into the gym to tone your body or to lose weight or gain muscle or whatever you're going into the gym for, that thing takes time. You got to get that momentum. You got to get a rhythm. You got to get a flow, right? Like it'll just get a flow. It'll gain traction. Just like if you're posted on social media, posted on YouTube, okay, it'll gain traction. You have to give the algorithm what it needs. It has to be fed. Once you keep feeding it what it needs, it will then go and show you the end result of your efforts. Your effort isn't being matched because right in the brink of change, you're deciding to give up because you want to be a victim of the past, as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, when you could just have memories of the future, right? And so this is what I want you guys to understand. This is not even going to be a long, drug out video today. If you can just go through the day and exude confidence, exude clarity, exude this is what I want. I'm not going to stop until I get it. I'm going to get the body that I want. I'm going to get the car that I want. I'm going to get the home that I want. I'm going to get the relationship that I want. And you stick with it, you will see the results, because especially if you're using an elevated emotion. And I will say that when people say things like, okay, you need to feel it real, there have been times where I did not feel things real and I still was able to create it. I was still able to manifest it. So I don't necessarily agree with you have to have to feel it real, but if you can give it an elevated emotion, as Dr. Joe says, it will manifest a lot faster. For example, whenever I'm manifesting a large amount of money, I do like to go and be with my man. For some reason, my subconscious My subconscious relates him to luxury and money. And I feel safe and secure when I have that large amount of money that I'm manifesting, right? Because money for you might mean freedom. Money for me might mean, safety and security plus freedom. Love for you might mean, companionship. Whereas love for me might feel like home, right? Whatever emotion it gives you. So if my man can give me the same exact emotion that money gives me, then I'm gonna go snuggle with my man. And all I gotta do is be like, babe, I manifested 20K right quick. Can you girl get some snuggles? You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna be like, yeah, right? So you're giving yourself the feeling of what that thing represents for you, not necessarily the thing itself. And that's what's going to bring it in a lot faster for you. I'm going to be talking about a lot of this in the Wealth Code Live Masterclass. You guys, I am so beyond excited about this. I did do the Wealth Code, the digital version, and I love the digital version. It's my favorite. I still have it on sale for the flash sale. I think I'm just going to do the flash sale all this week instead of just on Mondays and Fridays. So fuck it. We're just going to leave it up there. But the difference between the Wealth Code Live Masterclass and the Wealth Code, the digital version, is that you'll be able to ask me questions. We'll be able to go over certain things. There's a lot of stuff that I want to go over that I didn't get to touch base on in the Wealth Code because it was already pretty lengthy. All of my digital stuff and courses they're pretty lengthy, which to me is great because it gives you more of what you need versus just like some little rough, okay, this is what you need to know and move the hell on. I don't teach like that. I like for you to understand what you're doing in your patterns and those little discrepancies that you might not even catch that you're doing. And so for me, I want to teach you that like you don't have to know what it feels like to have $20,000. You don't have to know what it feels like to own a luxury vehicle or drive a luxury vehicle. You just have to give yourself that feeling. And a lot of times people do not know how to go through and give themselves that, or they don't know how to speak to themselves in that way. A lot of people have difficulties with affirmations or even understanding, like I can say your nervous system has to feel safe to receive what it is that you desire. Okay, well, how do I make my nervous system feel safe to receive? By robotically affirming? No. Because for me, when I tried to teach my nervous system that it felt safe to receive, and I was like, I am teaching my nervous system this and that, and I'm going to robotically affirm. I don't want to do all of that. I just want to go and exude my confidence and get my shit, and that's it. That's it. That's all. When you can give it an elevated emotion and you stick with it, just like I told you guys on TikTok when I told you all about looping for me, which is Neville's version of SATS, which is state akin to sleep. When I'm looping, that's me giving myself an elevated emotion. If I can just give myself that elevated emotion, boom, that's the same emotion that I'm going to deem for whatever it is that I'm creating. And then it's going to be a vibrational match, and then I'm going to get it. Everything exists on a vibrational frequency, including you. I want to bring these things to me. I don't believe in law of attraction bullshit where I have to be a vibrational match to it. I don't know what that is because I've never been money. What the fuck does that mean to become money? I don't want to become money. I want to be Nisi. I don't want to be money, right? But I want to bring money towards me. How do I do that? If I'm floating in an ocean and there's waves and I can see the money in the back, I need to bring those waves up to shore to me. I don't need to go out, swim deeper in the ocean and match it. That don't make no type of damn sense. The ocean's huge. I'm going to get lost out there. I don't want to do that. But everything that you desire exists in an electromagnetic field. If it exists in an electromagnetic field, then that means that it exists for you. You wouldn't have thought it if you couldn't have had it. There are so many things that exist in an electromagnetic field that I don't desire. So I haven't thought about it. But it's out there bobbing around in the ocean. I don't need to go swim out to seek it. That's dumb. Rumi teaches us what you seek is seeking you. Just like I told you guys when I was manifesting my dream car last year, the dealer guy told me, it's like that car's been sitting here waiting on you. I know it has because it was waiting for me. I also said I was moving salons last week and I just made the announcement yesterday. And this is the first time you guys are seeing a video in real time. I'm like, this is super dope. But I just made the announcement yesterday. And I said, the perfect salon is waiting for me. Literally went in, met the salon owner. She was like, I was waiting for the perfect stylist. And I'm like, you found her. She found you, right? Like these things are seeking you. You would not have the desire if it weren't meant for you to have, my love. Now, some people will say, well, how come I desired things in the past and then I didn't get it? Well, ultimately, it wasn't a vibrational match to you. Not that you did anything wrong. Just like with my old SP, my ex, we just weren't vibing anymore. I don't get down with the stuff that you get down with, and that's okay. And like I tell y'all before, people say, well, what's the difference between your old SP and your man now? I would rather shit in my hands and clap than be with this old person. And I am so grateful that my higher self knows me and knows me well enough to know she deserves only the best. And so I constantly will say that I'm being divinely led and guided, you guys. I don't ever, like if a flight is delayed or if something's just not working out, I'm like, okay, you know what? Sometimes I will surrender and say, which is surrender is another form of detachment. And I'm going to do a video about that for you guys because a lot of people think that detachment means to give up, and it does not. Surrender means I am no longer attached to this outcome. Whatever way I need to go, I'm going to just let it be, right? Because a lot of people like to not believe in God. I believe in God. I believe in God as my higher self, that I'm always being divinely led and guided based off of whatever version I went into the book, the Library of Nisi, and chose to read, right? So if I'm doing that, then I'm always being divinely led. And just like in the Matrix, the choice has already been made for you. You've already made the choice, is what the Oracle said to Neo. I think, was that Matrix Reloaded? Yeah. Where she's like, the choice has already been made. You've already made it. And he's like taking the candy. He's like, well, if you already know what choice I made, then, if you haven't seen it, I highly advise for y'all to watch The Matrix, both of them. But anyways, I said all that to say, whatever version you're selecting is what you're going to get because you selected that version. I am not selecting the version of me that is a brain surgeon or a rocket scientist. Does that version of me exist? Yes. Do I want to go get it? No, I don't. A show that I absolutely loved that helped me understand this even more was Dark Matter. Dark Matter is on Apple TV. A lot of people tell me to watch Dark on Netflix. But if you have ADHD, in my opinion and my friends' opinions, it was very difficult to follow. It's in German, and the first and second seasons were good, in my opinion. I stopped watching it after a while. I was like, this is just ridiculous. I can't keep up with this. It felt like the story never reached a resolution, and that really bothered me. And so I just couldn't deal with it. So to my fellow ADHDers out there, I don't deem it for us. I do, however, deem the OA for us, and for anyone. I don't want to speak on behalf of everybody with ADHD because there might be some of y'all out there that loves Dark. I didn't like a child and I had to quit watching that shit. But I love Dark on Apple TV, and I love the OA so much so that I wish that they would bring back a third season for it. The OA definitely reminds me of my experience with my friend that passed away last year. That story within itself is absolutely wild, but it just goes to show that you are just energy, and that energy can never be destroyed. It can only be transferred. And I do believe that our loved ones are still here with us, just you can't see them with the naked eye. And that's a different topic for a different video. But y'all, exude that confidence. Give yourself that elevated emotion. And when you're giving yourself that elevated emotion with an intention, it's going to manifest every single time. I guarantee you that, because you're doing something differently. You're showing up differently. Remember what I always tell you guys, to keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is a definition of what? Insanity. You got it. So stop doing that shit. Pay attention to your conditioned stimulus. Pay attention to what is triggering you. Pay attention to the way that you're moving and behaving. Because remember, you got to observe yourself now. You're the observer and the observed. So if you're 2 and 1, I got to figure this out. You're at a fork in the road with yourself. Just like I said in the previous video, you're at a fork in the road. I got to figure this out. Okay. You guys, want you guys to join me for the live, for the Wealth Code live masterclass. I'm so excited. There's only going to be 100 tickets available. There's still some left. You can go to my site at platinumgang.store in order to purchase that. And I might do a fun little flash sale on it. I don't know yet, but if you're interested in that, please sign up. The Wealth Code, the actual digital copy, is still available, and that is on flash sale right now also. If you guys need any further clarification on anything, please feel free to drop a comment. I do read the comments. I try to get back to you guys, and I love when you ask me questions, and then I can go and make a video about it and do a deeper dive on it as well. But I will talk to you guys soon, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.